Hello, people! This is your host and host, Kranti, once again with another new What If. As the thumbnail says, it's What If Deku had sunshine. So, by the way, I'm gonna make sunshine into a cork, not like a cork, like it's not gonna be a magical ability because, I'm gonna make it into a cork, okay? So, and I'm gonna take some creative liberties because it's my what if. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. So essentially, Hisashi is not gonna have a fire-breathing cork. He's gonna have a cork that lets him absorb, that lets him stockpile solar energy. Yeah, like Superman does, like how Superman does. He's gonna have that ability, like stockpiles solar energy. And yeah, and Inko is gonna have a corks. That cork is essentially it's gonna Inko will have the cork that will essentially let her have store that energy and rejuvenate her body with youth, or she can project her energy, she can create blast, or she could absorb that energy, energy that is within her, and use it for use it as her life force, or use it some kind of blast. So Inko cannot absorb energy, but she can use energy and project energy. And Hisashi, all he does is absorbs he stockpiles solar energy, which he can which scientist or the power grid takes. He's essentially a human solar panel. Hisashi is a human solar panel, stockpiles energy, and a battery. And Inko is essentially a taser. Yeah, a human taser with energy. So they're both cork combines, and Deku essentially stockpiles solar energy. Yeah, all for, one for all. But he's gonna absorb sunlight. So we are getting Escanor vibe. So the hotter it gets, the more sunlight he can absorb sunlight and store it inside his body, and then he can use it. He can use that as life force or as muscle mass, because his core did mutate a little bit, or strength, or he can use it as fire blast or blast, solar blast. Yeah, so essentially he's gonna spam cruel the sun at the enemies, because he's gonna be a OP Deku. He's probably gonna be more OP than All Might at his prime. So yeah, essentially Deku is gonna be OP as hell. So Deku, before Deku, Bakugo awakens his core that, hey, I have an explosion, and Deku is then Deku tries to save Bakugo, and Bakugo is falling down, and he literally becomes a buff guy, a toddler buff guy. Yeah, get that image in your head. Now that I say it, a 4-year-old toddler which looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's a disgusting image. So he's essentially gonna look like a 4-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger with steroids. Yeah, sorry for the sound. Yeah, he's gonna look like that, and he's gonna look like a 4-year-old bodybuilder, and there's gonna be immense heat coming out of his body. That is literally gonna boil the pond's water, and Baku is holy shit, what is Deku, you're burning, do you have fire cork? And I don't know. And the school teacher calls calls Inko and Sashi, and I think your son's core just manifested and it's burning a lot. And Deku is like, Deku can't hold in the energy because he's like absorbing solar energy in a massive pile, and he's like stockpiling it. So Hisashi comes and he's like, boy, I think you have core similar to my, just like try to put it inside your body. And like he tries to do that, and he just literally like the overheating stops. But there's like a huge like lion tattoo on his back, which is it's like a power cell for him, where he puts like the extra solar energy. Yeah, he's gonna have the lion tattoo, obviously, because oh boy is not Escanot's reincarnations, but he is pretty gonna be OP. So he has a gigantic lion tattoo, like a humongous lion tattoo, and that like he stores his energy. He's still like buffed, 4-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger buff, but you know, sorry, my family members are like screaming, sorry for that. Okay, so he's gonna be a 4-year-old like Arnold Schwarzenegger buff guy, who's like 4-year-old steroid 4-year-old kid with juice, who takes like a lot of like juice. Yeah, so he's gonna be like that. And like Hisashi tells him to calm down, and like the heat disappears, but he's like absorbing solar energy throughout the day. And when it comes evening, the energy is like less, he becomes normal, but there still remains still there is a sun tattoo, because he absorbed the energy. It didn't disappear, it is still inside of him, so he can access that energy. He can spam cruel sun at night too. Yeah, he's gonna be spamming cruel sun at night too. So he's like that, like so Hisashi thought like maybe he can like so Inko is like, oh dear, he has coke similar to you. It's a shame he doesn't have coke like mine. He cannot like project energy like mine. Then like Deku sees that her mother can create like energy ball and projects energy like sun energy rays like coming from her hand, and Deku tries to copy it, and he creates like a miniature sun, like a cruel sun on his hand. And they're like, what the hell? And everything is like super hot, like the steel is melting, the concrete is melting, the wood is burning. And they're like, what the Deku, stop, just throw it outside. And he like throws outside, and there's like a stream of lake which evaporates, and Deku becomes like completely like scrawny and little. And both Sashi and Inko is like, he just have a combination of both of our cores. He can absorb energy and he can release energy. Izuku, you're gonna be an amazing hero. And yeah, he's gonna be little prideful, like a lot prideful. Like he's gonna definitely be like our boy Ascano. He's gonna be prideful as hell, because he's gonna be pampered from the very early age, because he is the one, the all one, like cruel son. He's I like Noxtaku. Thank you, man. Yeah, so essentially, yeah, he's gonna grow up like around his 14, like when he's like at the last age of like his middle school. And people are gonna be like, well, it seems Bakugo and Midoriya are gonna apply for UA, and Bakugo is like, yeah, I'm gonna be the number one best. And Deku is like, Deku from the behind, he's like, he stands up, and literally it shakes the entire building, because he's buffed, because he's like juiced, he's like hella juiced. So he's gonna be like, just Bakugo, only I can be the number one, because I stand on top of everyone. I am the number one. I am of all. I am the one. I stand above all. I am the very pinnacle of strength. and Bakugo is legit scared of Deku in this what if, because he is our boy Escanor-sama, the cruel son spamming Escanor-sama. So he's obviously gonna be scared of him. Like hell, like even Meliodas should be scared of Escanor-sama, because Escanor-sama is Escanor-sama, obviously. So Bakugo is like Bakugo doesn't like say right out to his face, but Bakugo is like, I'll show you, you worthless Deku. I'm gonna be better than you. Yeah, he's being a DICK and jerk. So he like takes the shortcut and he goes through the tunnel, and the slime villain comes and like, hey kid, give me your body, and he and like he's like, huh, what? He's not paying attention because he knows that he is the one. So he like the sludge villain tries to suffocate Deku, and Deku is like, okay, I see what you're doing. So he releases some of the heat and energy. Like what happens to like the witch lady, I don't remember her name, who like eats like Escanor's soul. Yeah, the sludge villain literally gets burned. It's like it's getting burned. It's like, it's like burning. It's like, what the hell are you, kid? It's like you're like raging fire. Then Deku is like, not quite right. I am the one that is above all. I am Deku. I am Midoriya. I am above all. I am the pinnacle of strength. I am like the sun, eternal, always burning, an immense strength. And the sludge villain is like, what the hell are you? You're a freak, kid. And he's like, and Deku creates like a small, very tiny, cruel sun, and he like shoves it to the sludge villain. And the sludge villain is like, you're burning, it's burning. Yeah, the sludge villain is that hurt my throat. And the sludge villain is like severely like, his slime is essentially sludge, so he's getting like severely evaporated, and he became like really, really tiny. And All Might is like, hey kid, have you seen a sludge villain? And Deku is like, All Might, yes, there is one. There is like a tiny villain. And then All Might is like, what the hell? That guy was supposed to be massive. He was like really difficult to find for me in the sewer. How did he shrink down? Then Deku is like, and then All Might is like, thank you, sir. And then Deku is like, I'm not a sir, All Might. I'm just a normal teenage boy. You teenage? You're 7 feet tall. You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger you look like Arnold. If Arnold Schwarzenegger ate 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger and then finished his dinner with like 20 liters of steroid. Yeah. Is that ripped? Not that ripped, like he is like that. He's immense. Yeah, so there is like, yeah, and I like took care of it. You're welcome, All Might. And All Might is like, damn, the pride on this kid. Like, what the hell? Why is this kid so prideful? It's like, it's so like, that's a bad thing. And then the whole like question with like the whole interaction with All Might and like Deku doesn't happen in this scenario, and the whole interaction of like Deku asking him, can I be a hero without a coke, doesn't happen, and he doesn't like gets like All Might's pants. That incident doesn't happen, so Bakugo doesn't get attacked in this timeline. So yeah, essentially like Deku doesn't even train in the 10-month period like time, and he just straight up goes into the he just does some light training. He just cleans up. Like he was like, one time he was like passing through Dagobah Beach, and he was like, this beach is littered with junk. I'm gonna clean it. So he's like, cruel son. And yeah, I love saying cruel son. So he like creates a mediocre cruel son, and he like shoves it, and it literally incinerates all the trash, and the sand literally becomes glass. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have used that, because now the sand is became glass. And he's like, Deku is like, oh well, I can fix it in a way. And he thunderclaps it like the Incredible Hulk does. He gives a big clap on the glass, it shatters, and he gives another clap, and it just like, it becomes like dust, like literal glass dust, which mixes with sand. So yeah, he creates new sand. Yeah. And yeah, our boy Deku can also absorb moonlight, because if you know science, moonlight is essentially solar light which is bounced by the moon to the sun, to which like reflects the moon, and the light bounces back to earth. So he's gonna like reflect, he's gonna get moonlight too. But I mean, he doesn't need moonlight because his tattoo is essentially like a giant battery. But I'm still gonna try to make this cool. And when it is like nighttime, he's gonna be little bit cautious, not that prideful. He's gonna have like a serious mentality for fighting, but his aura, his cruel suns, and his like burning aura is gonna be little bit like how should I say, little bit blue. I know blue flame is hotter than yellow flame. I know, but just please, it looks cool, okay? Just please, okay? So yeah, he will have blue aura, and when it is that time, he will have like yellow, orangish, reddish aura, like the sun, cruel sun aura. So yeah, he's gonna have that, and he's gonna go to the entrance exam, and we're gonna leave in this part. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have any like feedbacks, give it to me. And if you want to check out music, I do also do music in this channel. You can check out my music if you want to. I think you would love it. And like share it, who knows, you might like them. And this is your host and host, Kranti, signing off. Bye. Love ya.